Welcome back to our weekly Survivor recap. We are on episode 5. It was titled, I'm a Wolf Baby. I don't remember that being said.
I don't either. We were talking about that earlier, and I was like, who said it in this episode? Normally I catch when somebody says the episode title, but not this one.
Yeah, my guess would be Riz God because, well, he calls himself Riz God.
I thought maybe Jawan could have also said it too.
Yeah. Also, like you mentioned, Riz was not really seen a lot in this episode. But, okay, let's just kind of recap last week. You had the Kella and Hina tribes. Matt was voted off Hina, right?
Off Kella.
He
was part of the old Hina, but he's voted off the new Kella.
Thank you. Okay, so then it kind of opens up with, again, the tribes going about their daily routines and whatnot. And Savannah actually mentions that she wants Jason to go home if they go to another tribal council.
And that kind of feels like the majority that's their unspoken who we're going to go after next, because he's our old Hina in the new Kella tribe.
Yeah,
so
he's the OG Hina left in the Kella tribe.
To them, he's the obvious target. But, you know, some things might shake up a little bit, because Shannon starts to really work at people. She's like, I want to form this, basically, where once we go into the merge, there's 2-2-2, where we have 2 from each of the original tribes, which is interesting, you know, trying to have that. But also, you don't have enough people, anyways, on your one tribe to get that going, you know? But
yeah, can I just say, we're finally now kind of peeling back the layers of each tribe member. And Shannon, last week, was called a shark in a spiritual guru's, you know, clothing.
Yeah.
And then it seems more and more people are picking up on this maybe facade of like kumbaya and peace, but like really, Shannon's trying to work the system to get everything to her advantage.
Yeah, Shannon's former Uli tribe member, Sage, is the one that's really noticing it this week, and it's grinding her gears. And Shannon even tells these other members of the tribe, she's like, to show my allegiance to you, I'm willing to vote out Sage. Sage finds that out later on, that does not sit well with her. We kind of have to go back a couple episodes when the Uli tribe, when all 3 tribes are still separated. Jawan ended up using Savannah's bag for firewood.
Yeah.
And she was not happy about that. Well, in this episode, Savannah's like, has anybody seen my water bottle?
Where's my stuff?
Jawan's using her water bottle. And he was like, oh, mine was in my bag. I didn't realize. And I'm like, how oblivious are you? First of all, if I'm out there, everybody has not brushed their teeth for who knows how many days.
Ooh.
Maybe some have their toothbrush. I don't know. They're all dirty. I don't want you drinking out of my water.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I want a little bit of hygiene, you know?
Also, they're still complete strangers, and it's not
That's
like
true.
Savannah and Jawan are like BFFs.
Yeah.
There's some contention there as well.
That's true. So Savannah's kind of like, I don't really care for Jawan. They've got some beef going on. But we'll see how that pans out, though, in the long run.
Yeah.
But moving on, we get to our journey of this episode. So for Hina, it's kind of cut and dry who's going to go. MC's like, I'll go. Everybody's like, okay, go, girl.
You go. Get on that boat.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Then over on Kella, Savannah, Jason, and Nate are like, I want to go. Nobody wants Jason to go because they're like, if he gets an idol, who are we going to vote out?
Exactly.
So they end up drawing rocks. And Jawan plays dirty. Whoever draws the white rock of the 3 rocks gets to go. Jawan puts the white rock on top deliberately, so then Nate draws first. And so Nate gets to go. I'm like, Jawan, you're playing a little dirty here. But you know, it's part
he
of the
needs
game.
to, though. I mean, it is part of the game.
part
It
of
is
the game.
Survivor. As much as Jawan is not really my favorite at this point, I mean, he's strategizing. So basically, this journey then leads them to, like, not a challenge, because that's not the official term, but like some sort of a challenge. They have to move sandbags from one location to another before the timer is out. And if, you know, you fail, you lose your vote.
Yeah, which I thought this was interesting because most of these challenges, right up front, there's an idol up for grabs. But you don't see this until later when they're about halfway through the pile. MC's like, oh, there's a crate down here.
Yeah.
You know? And so the crate says there's a hidden immunity idol out in the jungle somewhere. Whoever finds it first gets their vote back and does not have to finish the challenge. And then the solo person who didn't get it has to finish it by themselves.
By themselves, yeah.
So Nate kind of convinces MC, hey, let's get everything down to just one sandbag left.
Yeah.
And so they take it about 3/4 of the way, and then they have plenty of time to go idol hunting. But neither of them really find it, and they end up kind of just being like, you know what, whatever, our vote's more important.
Yeah.
So in the long run, neither of them got the immunity idol, but both of them do have their votes. But MC still technically doesn't have her vote because she has the Beware advantage that she still has
right.
to dig up in the future
Yes.
once her tribe goes to council.
That's right. That's
So-
right. Okay.
Moving on to our immunity challenge of this episode.
Yes. Okay. Obviously, Kella versus Hina. Okay, this one was insane to me. So they have to swim out to this huge bamboo cage, climb up it, and then carry the cage from the water to the beach. And then one player from each tribe will dig their way out from underneath the cage. And then that person will then kind of be like the rebounder for a basketball type game.
Yeah. And they've done this. They've done this challenge before. I remember
okay.
this challenge. I don't remember if they had to carry it out from the ocean, but they've done it where they've had to shoot the hoops from this cage. And we have to mention this is a reward challenge, so the winning team gets 4 chickens, 1 rooster, 3 egg-laying hens.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, I wasn't too impressed with the challenge. I feel like it went pretty fine. Christina does sit out for Kella because they have the 1 extra team. On Hina's side, Nate he's struggling throughout the entire challenge.
I was very surprised by that too.
Well, he is older than everybody else,
but he's also fit.
Yeah,
You know?
but that can only take you so far when you are starved, exhausted,
I'm forgetting that part of it.
Mentally
When you're
drained.
surviving for your life. Okay. Yeah.
So for most part, it's kind of neck and neck. They keep kind of alternating who's in the lead.
Who's in the lead,
Which
yeah.
I like a nice even-ish challenge because then it comes down to the wire.
Yes, it comes
But
down.
ultimately, Kella wins immunity.
and the reward
Yeah.
of 1 rooster, 3 egg-laying hens. So then back at Kella, I did not expect this.
Well,
Alex and Steven end up killing the rooster
Yeah.
for, food, protein. That was, it was a
well,
lot.
I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of what the rooster's there for because the rooster has no purpose. You're not trying to hatch chicks, so the rooster's there for you to eat. I was surprised that they didn't fully show that on camera, but you did hear them breaking the
heard-
neck.
yeah.
I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah.
And you saw them plucking it. But it's understandable when you're that hungry. The rooster serves you no purpose. The hens are laying eggs, so at least you get daily eggs.
Yes.
But not surprising.
So at Kella, they're eating good in the neighborhood, but back at Hina, you have Jason and Juwan, and they are kind of the potential votes at Tribal Council.
And Juwan's like, let me go make Jason comfortable. But for the most part, it's kind of between. Some of them are like telling Jason, hey, we want to work with you. Let's get Juwan out. But then for the most part, you still feel like the rest of them are all working together and want to get Jason out.
Jason out, yeah.
But ultimately, we go to Tribal.
And can I just say again, way too long.
Yeah.
Love you, Jeff Probst, but stop asking questions. Let's just get to the thing and let the person go home.
Yeah, a lot of chit-chatting. Juwan's like, Uncle Jeff, I don't really feel confident talking in Tribal. Everybody else is more well-spoken. That's about the extent of anything that came out of Tribal in all honesty.
Yes. And unfortunately, when push comes to shove, everyone gets in their votes. Rizzo had 1 vote. Jason had 4 votes. So Jason is voted off the island. He's sent packing. And, honestly, I was a little shocked. I was kind of, I don't want to say hoping, but I was hoping Juwan was going to go home.
I was too. I'm not the biggest fan of Juwan, but I feel like they should have made a move that would have shocked everybody a little bit more. Because I feel like Jason, he has nobody technically on the tribe currently.
Yeah, no one's got his back.
So he probably would be more willing. Whereas Juwan, he's got some other former Uli on the tribe. But I don't know. We'll see. I will say, in this next week's promo, I believe, if I saw correctly, it looked like they were in 3 teams again for a challenge. So I'm curious if we're going to be broken back down into 3 separate teams again, which would surprise me.
Because they mentioned a merge happening, and that's where they become one huge tribe.
And in the seasons I've watched, usually, if you go into 2 tribes, you then eventually go into the merge, not broken back down into 3. So maybe my eyes deceived me, but that's what I saw in the trailer for next week.
The new episode is tonight, so you guys will be recapping it next week, but watch Survivor tonight, episode 6, and see who is sent packing.